Good evening. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube the Tube. I am your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, for this video, going to be doing my review of Pro Wrestling Noah's Grand Ship 2023 in Nagoya. And I have to say, this was a very action-packed show with tons of great matches and loads of title matches. Oh yeah, the championship gold was just chef's kisses all around. Loaded with some delicious title matches for this epic show. Grand Ship in Nagoya. This took place this past weekend, September 24th, at the Nagoya Congress Center in Nagoya, Japan. And card was loaded. Card was very much loaded. We had 11 matches for this show. And the action was nonstop. So let's go ahead and jump into this juiciness, starting off with our first match. Alright, here we go. Alrighty, we had one dark match, or at least one match labeled a dark match, which thankfully Wrestle Universe did broadcast, so good stuff. Started off with an 8-man tag team match, very, very loaded. Team number 1. We had Owada, Hiroki, Daiki Inaba, and Muhammad Yone. And they were taking on the team of Taishi Ozawa, Stallion Rogers, Atsushi Kotoge, and Akitoshi Saito. But yeah, overall, this was a pretty action-packed match. Definitely both teams were jockeying for position throughout this match. And at first it was kind of hard to tell who maintained the most momentum throughout the match, because I felt like it really could have gone either way. And, there was some, a few folks in here were kind of, Pro Wrestling Noah's version of young lions. Like Owada and Taishi Ozawa, for example. But for the most part, this was a good match. Nothing crazy special, but overall, pretty good match. Stallion Rogers ends up picking up the victory for his team, pinning Owada after hitting him with a dangerous backdrop. Pinned him for the 1-2-3, picked up the victory. So yeah, team number 2. Stallion Rogers, Taishi Ozawa, Atsushi Kotoge, and Akitoshi Saito picked up the victory. So, nice little opening match, to show a taste of things to come, as Shang Tsung would say in the Mortal Kombat movie. But let's move on to our next match. Let's see. Ooh, this was a very exciting match. For this to kick off the main card, this was a very exciting match. We had ourselves a tasty little tag team match. We had the good-looking guys in action. The good-looking guys of Yohei and Tadasuke taking on the team of Hajime Ohara and Shuji Kondo. I have to say, for this being the match to start off the main card, this was an excellent match. And I really love the chemistry that Yohei and Tadasuke have as a tag team. And, not just being part of good-looking guys, but as a tag team in general. And I have to say, they looked really solid in this match. But it was really good to see Hajime Ohara compete again. I felt like it's been a while. And I think he does really solid work in the ring as well. But more and more that I'm checking out these Pro Wrestling Noah shows and just seeing the talent, the stacked talent on this roster is just, whew, Like even going down from the young lions, it's incredible. But yeah, this tag team match was definitely very, very action packed. And like I said, good looking guys. They look strong and have excellent chemistry. And sure enough, Yohei picks up the victory, pinning Hajime Ohara after hitting him with a really, really deadly, just knockout drop kick. I mean, he connected him just pow! And just knocked him out, pinned him for the 1-2-3. I mean, that was a dirty, nasty drop kick. Just bam! And pinned him for the 1-2-3. So good-looking guys walk away with the victory. But man, that was a nasty finish. Man, you want to talk about a devastating drop kick? Woo-wee! I'm just saying. Ooh, it was... Got me all in the feels. Shoot, I ain't lying. Alrighty. Next up, we had ourselves a hard-hitting match between 6 gladiators. I mean, just woo. We had ourselves a 6-man tag team match. Team number 1. We had Takeshi Sugiura, Manabu Soya, and Masa Kitamiya. Ooh, that's a loaded team. Taking on the team of Sugiura-gun's Kazuyuki Fujita and Hideki Suzuki, and Shuhei Taniguchi. Yo, you want to talk about a hard-hitting match? Like I said, 6 gladiators. I mean, already I felt like team number 1 was super loaded, especially pairing Manabu Soya and Masa Kitamiya together. Woo-wee! That is hard-hitting. That's like the Road Warriors 2.0. Man. It's crazy. Good to see Hideki Suzuki in action again. But yeah, this was a hard-hitting match. Just back and forth. And, you know, Manabu Soya and Masa Kitamiya were just recently in the N1 Victory tournament. So, you know, they're riding on some momentum. But, man, this was quite a hard-hitting match. I cannot emphasize that enough. But Manabu Soya picks up the victory, pinning Shuhei Taniguchi after hitting that jumping DDT that he likes to do. Pinned him for the 1-2-3. And Takashi Sugiura, Manabu Soya, Masa Kitamiya pick up the victory. And it looked like after the match, I don't know, but we might have ourselves an alliance between Manabu Soya and Masa Kitamiya. Let me tell you what. Now, I don't know if they've ever had any chemistry as a tag team, but the idea of Manabu Soya and Masa Kitamiya paired up, Pro Wrestling Noah, watch out. That's all I'm going to say. Watch out. Watch out, duck for cover, whatever you got to do, because I could see that being a deadly, deadly duo of a tag team. Mark my words. If they are going to pair them more, it's going to be a deadly team. That's a deadly combo. Watch. I'm confident in it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm confident in it. Let me just tell you. Okay. Next match. Had ourselves a singles match. Daga versus Junta Miyawaki. Now, I haven't seen a lot of Daga, like just over the years. I know that he used to be, he was either engaged or used to be married to Tessa Blanchard. I think it was engaged, but I could be wrong. But haven't seen this guy wrestle that much, but I have to say, dude's a beast in the ring. I know Junta Miyawaki, I felt like he was definitely the underdog in this match. You know, he did get in some offense, I'll give him that, but Daga, I feel like, was in full control of this match to you know, for the most part. And just, man, Daga, you know, who's a part of Stinger, definitely looked like he was in control throughout the match. So, not too surprised how things went. But Daga picks up the victory, pinning Junta Miyawaki after hitting him with a Daga driller. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. I can't say any more to that. I mean, it was a pretty straightforward victory for Daga. Okay. Let's move on to our next match, which was a very, very entertaining match. All right, we had ourselves a tag team match, and this was a very loaded one. All four guys who were recently in the N1 Victory Tournament. Team number 1, we had Keno and Lance Anoa'i taking on the team of Katsuhiko Nakajima and Adam Brooks. Like I said, very loaded match. All four very, very solid. And like I said, I've seen Adam Brooks wrestle in person a couple of times, so love his work. But yeah, this was a great, solid showdown between both of these tag teams. It really could have gone either way. I love the striking exchanges between Keno and Katsuhiko Nakajima. Just, those kicks. Just hard-hitting kicks like shotgun blasts. Just, wee. I would hate to take any one of those kicks. But definitely hard-hitting, back and forth. Like I said, the match really could have gone either way. But Keno was able to pick up the victory for his team, hitting a diving double foot stomp on Adam Brooks, then pinned him for the 1-2-3. Keno and Lance Anoa'i are your winners. And also wanted to note that it's been said that I believe it was either at the end of September or October. I think it's at the end of October. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It was either end of September or October. But Katsuhiko Nakajima will be leaving Pro Wrestling Noah to explore other avenues, which it sounds like he's going to be going overseas. So maybe the UK, maybe the US, Mexico, I don't know. But, I mean, he's done quite a lot in Pro Wrestling Noah. And the dude, I believe, is 35 years old. So I'm sure he wants to, you know, explore some new adventures in his pro wrestling career before he calls it quits. So, it'll be interesting to see where he lands. You know? I mean, I don't know if AEW or Impact or somewhere in the UK or Mexico. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Where do y'all think Katsuhiko Nakajima should land at overseas? I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on that. But yeah. Lance Anoa'i and Keno were your winners in this tag team match. Okay. Next up, let me get the graphic up. Next up, had ourselves another 6-man tag team match. This time we had the team of Naomichi Marufuji, Yoshinari Ogawa, and Leona taking on the team of Kaito Kiyomiya, Ryohei Oiwa, and Ita. This match was going pretty well until it got to the ending, and then it just got really out of hand. It got really out of hand. Like, I felt like there was definitely some grudges in this match. It had to be, because this match just got really out of hand. It was crazy. It was really crazy. But it got so out of hand to the point where Leona got so pissed off, ended up throwing the ref. He had a submission on, well, not really a submission, but like an illegal move. Well, actually, yeah, it was a submission. Dude got to the rope. Ref counted, a bunch. He broke the hold before the count of 5, but then he took the ref and he threw him down. And then that was when the ref disqualified Leona, and therefore Kaito, Kiyomiya, Ryohei, Ozawa, and Ita picked up the victory by disqualification. Leona was beaten down on Ita, and then just everybody else just kept brawling with each other after the match. It was crazy. It got really chaotic. It was kind of a bummer that it ended that way, but who knows what this could turn into storyline wise. So maybe this is something that they'll kind of keep going with. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, before we get into our 5 championship matches, here's a quick word on the sponsor for this video, Game Beauty. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akideris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heat Wave Brush Single, Metaverse Bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves Limited Edition Makeup Collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Alrighty, how about some juicy GHC Championship Gold matches, eh? Eh? Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Okay, starting off, we had the GHC Tag Team Championships on the line. We had the champions, Real, made up of Timothy Thatcher and Saxon Huxley. And they were taking on the team of good-looking guys, Jack Morris and Anthony Green. I have to say, this was a good, solid match to start off our barrage of championship matches. And I have to say, Jack Morris and Anthony Green had really great chemistry, and it ended up benefiting them in the long run. Although I do like the combination of Timothy Thatcher, Saxon Huxley. I thought it was a really good combination. You know, a good clash of styles just between them both. And I felt like there could have been a lot more in this match, maybe a little longer than what it was. But it was still a pretty good match. I just felt like it could have been longer. But already in the first of 5 championship matches, we get a title change. That's right. Jack Morris picks up the victory, hitting Timothy Thatcher with a Tiger Driver and then pinning him for the 1-2-3. And Jack Morris and Anthony Green of Good Looking Guys are your new GHC Tag Team Champions. So, wow. First title match of the card, and we got ourselves a title change. So, congratulations to Jack Morris and Anthony Green on becoming new champions. And, yeah, more gold added to Good Looking Guys because, you know, Jake Lee is the GHC Heavyweight Champion. So, yeah. Way to start off our championship matches. Really, really good. But this next championship match was my second favorite of the entire card. For obvious reasons. Now, some may say, why isn't it your favorite? I'll get to that. Just trust me on this one. Anyway, next up. We had the GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships on the line. These titles were originally vacated by Stinger. So they are now up for grabs. The two teams. We had the team of Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf taking on the team of Ninja Mac and Alejandro. And this was a phenomenal tag team match. Really went back and forth. And I have to say, the way this match was going, it was really hard to tell who was going to win. Because, you know, both teams are coming into this match, you know, with vacant titles on the line. But I have to say, as much as I love Ninja Mac and his excellent high flying and spots, the best spot of the whole entire show was seeing Alpha Wolf launch Dragon Bane over the top rope to the outside. I mean, just catapulted him as he was running to take out Alejandro and Ninja Mac. I mean, he got a ginormous amount of air. He just said, "Boom!" Just launched him. I mean, you could see it all over social media. Just launched him. Like, that was the best spot of the whole entire show. Let's keep it real. That was the best spot of the whole entire show. But, man, this was a phenomenal action-packed tag team match. And like I said, both teams looked so strong. And like I said, I love Ninja Mac. Ninja Mac, I really hope he comes to North Carolina. I would love to see Ninja Mac live and meet Ninja Mac. So, Ninja Mac, if you're watching this, please come to North Carolina. But I would love to meet him. But, yeah, this was an excellent match. Dragon Bane ends up picking up the victory over Alejandro. He pinned him after hitting him with kind of a spinning muscular bomb. It was a very cool looking finisher. Kind of spun him around and then just sort of dropped him. Almost kind of like a variation of a one-winged angel, / muscular bomb. You know the muscular bomb that Naruki Doi likes to do? Kind of similar to that. It was really cool. It was really, really cool. I don't know what the official name for his finisher is. If somebody knows, do share. But it looked so cool. But Dragon Bane picks up the victory. And Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf are your new GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. An excellent match. Like I said, I loved both teams in this match. I would have loved for Ninja Mac and Alejandro to win, but you know what? Dragon Bane, Alpha Wolf, solid tag team. I hope they have a good run. I do. I hope they have a really good run. Okay. This next title match, whoo, this match got pretty ugly, but in a good way. All right, we had ourselves the GHC National Championship on the line. As the champion, Hyodil Dr. Wagner Jr. defends the title against Psycho Clown. I have to say, this match got pretty ugly. This was a great match, but got to the point where Psycho Clown ripped off the top half of Dr. Wagner Jr.'s mask, and he got all bloodied up. I mean, that's Psycho Clown for you. But man, this was a pretty intense match. Just back and forth, and Dr. Wagner Jr., he looked jacked up. He looked so jacked up in this match. But some way, somehow, he ended up using using that same tactic to his advantage, because as the ref was distracted, Dr. Wagner Jr. removes Psycho Clown's mask and then hits him with a Michinoku driver and pins him for the 1-2-3. And Dr. Wagner Jr. is still your GHC National Champion. But hey, he got a little payback for Psycho Clown ripping off his mask. He got a little payback and took his mask off, hit him with a Michinoku driver, bam. So, great showing there. Great comeback. Great comeback for Dr. Wagner Jr. But he's still your champ. But yeah, good match. Good match. Now, this next title match was my favorite of the entire card. This was my favorite of the entire card. Here we go. This was for the GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship. We had the champion, Hayata, defending against Seki Yoshioka. And let me tell you what. I knew there was something special about Seki Yoshioka. All the previous matches that I had seen him in. And then to see him come out. Because usually I see him in tag team matches. Multi-man matches. But to really see him cook in a singles match. For the first time. This was my first time seeing him in a singles match. And let me tell you what. I was thoroughly ecstatic and impressed with Seki Yoshioka. Now, don't get me wrong. When it comes to the junior heavyweight division, Ninja Mac, Amakusa are my main two. Those are still my main two. But Seki Yoshioka, this is why I'm glad that I got a chance to see him on Pro Wrestling Noah. I've become a fan. And you know, this is not a takeaway from Hayata. Hayata was doing his thing too. But Seki Yoshioka, I really like this guy. I mean, just the striking ability, the high speed. You know, he's built. He's ripped. You know, he kind of reminds me of like a high-speed Tony Nese. That's what he reminds me of. Like a striking, high-speed Tony Nese. That's kind of what Seki Yoshioka reminds me of. But, man, this was a solid back-and-forth match. And I have to say, Seki Yoshioka came so close. I honestly thought he was going to pull it off. I really did. But Hayata just kept coming back. kept kicking out, and just shows why he's the champ. Shows why he's the champ. Hayata did pick up the victory. He hit the B driver on Seki Yoshioka, which was a counter. He countered, which was a nice little counter. Pinned him for the 1-2-3. Hayata is still your GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion. After the match, Daga comes out and attacks Hayata, hits him with the Daga driller, gets on the mic and calls his shot. He wants a shot at the GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship that Hayata has. So, hey, it's another match to get hyped about. Looking forward to that. That should be really, really good. Should be really good. Okay. And then we get down to our main event of Grand Ship in Nagoya. Here we go. This is for the big one. The GHC Heavyweight Championship on the line. As the champion, the leader of the good-looking guys, Jake Lee, defends against this year's N1 victory winner, Go Shiozaki. Now, I will say this. This was a great match. This was a great match, but I really wished it would have been longer. I really felt like this match should have really went the distance. Like, this match could have been much, much longer, if you ask me. I mean, especially with this being the main event, and just a lot of the build-up and hype to this match. I mean, you have the current champion versus the N1 victory tournament winner clashing. And I just... That was my only con, is that I felt like this match was too short for it being the main event and for what it could have really been. But it was still a good match, though. It was still a good match. But Jake Lee continues to show why he's the top guy in Noah, as he was able to defeat Go Shiozaki, hitting him with that haluva kick, pinning him for the 1-2-3. Jake Lee, still your GHC Heavyweight Champion. Now, not sure what's to come after this. I mean, Go Shiozaki went through all that, won the tournament. Couldn't win the big one, though. But Jake Lee, still on a roll, still at the top. We'll have to see what happens going forward. But yeah, incredible show for Pro Wrestling Noah. Just delivered another banger of a show, loaded with matches, especially title matches. There were plenty of them. But yeah, definitely my top two matches were the GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship match, as well as the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match. So, really, really solid. Definitely, if y'all haven't seen it, check it out. It's on Wrestle Universe. Check it out. And that will do it for this review of Pro Wrestling Noah Grand Ship 2023 in Nagoya. Don't forget to check out the link to Game Beauty. And let me know what y'all's thoughts are. What did y'all think of the show? What did you think of the matches? What did you think of the outcomes? What did you think of the title matches? Let me know what your thoughts are. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell while you're at it. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube, my name is Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed evening, and I will see y'all in the next video. Laters.